it'll be all right. Well, good evening, everyone. And as Mr. Drew does his orbit of the studio, please welcome everyone out there in YouTube land and the internet land to the Studio Rats Q&A Live number 223. My name's James Ivey.
I'm Paul Drew, and I apologise for my half-hearted spin around.
All right, it looked fine from here, mate. It looked fine.
Yeah, okay, good.
Okay,
good.
You are very welcome to our weekly gathering of audio professionals. Oh dear. We should say thank you to the team at Toman and to Shaw Microphones for sponsoring the show and providing these rather lovely microphones for us to use, so you can hear us sounding amazing.
Thank you, Shaw and Toman. Right, Thomas, we get to it.
Yes. Also,
what?
It is worth knowing that this weekend, this Sunday at the Kempton Park Race Course, we will be at the London International Guitar Show. I am going to post a link in the show notes for anyone who can join us. It will be great to have a coffee or a cold beverage with as many of you as possible.
Can I ask, where are they doing the advertising for this? Because I didn't. I don't think that many people know about it.
Without sounding curt, if I may, I think their advertising is we're going to reach out to the people who have already been to the show, as in their existing user base, the people who've already been. They've say about 10,000 people, but how do you reach the people who haven't been to the show to make the show bigger and more successful and stuff?
Absolutely. Well, I guess this might help. This might help.
Hopefully so. If it does, we would love to see you there. Come over and say hi. And
for him going as well.
Al, I think is going. So there'll be a whole crew of rats and rat fans, which would be great. It'd be great to catch up with as many of you as possible. Looking forward to trying some lovely guitars and amplifiers. I'm tempted to take some stuff with me for trades and things as well.
Nice.
See what anyone might be interested in. So I might just fill the car up with stuff, and it'll be good. So use the link. If you do get to the show and come to join us, do mention to the people at the turnstile, if that's even a thing anymore, that you heard about the show from the Studio Rats, because we want to justify our existence. So there you go.
Absolutely.
However, we start with the traditional intro to the show. Mr. Drew, what have y'all been up to?
Well, it's product Aruni this week. There's 2 releases tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was supposed to be earlier in the month. That's why there's 2 releases tomorrow as opposed to 1.
Right.
So we've got 2 releases tomorrow. There was the Walrus Audio ACS 1 was earlier in the week. I bought
not a cheap product, has to be said.
Hasn't. People are definitely commenting on the price of that, which is interesting. I didn't even know the price of it actually until I started getting comments. But yeah, that's that. It's a really good unit. I can understand why people would be slightly hesitant about the price. I think it's quite pricey, especially compared to things like Tone X.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very good. I bought a new amp.
What you bought? I'll save it for later.
I'll save it for later. But it's brilliant. It is perfect apart from one thing, and I'll explain that a bit later on. What else? There's 2 products coming out. Actually, there's supposed to be 3, but one thing's been delayed until next week. So I've got 3 more products coming out next week. It's gone crazy. But
let's not complain. Being busy is good.
No. Yeah, I know, but I'd almost like to, as opposed to doing. I love doing product videos, but I'd almost like to take a break and then just take stock of things again, and and then you can start to get new ideas and that sort of stuff. Anyway, it's all good. What about yourself?
Pretty much the same. Now 14 Sessions is out. So if you haven't seen the link on the Studio Rats Facebook page, the JZ Microphones 14 Sessions tutorials are out. I'm very pleased with how it all came out. The song has come out so well, which I posted on the channel, on my channel this week. Yeah, it's all going really nicely. But so many cool new products coming out from in a more technical space rather than just guitar-y stuff as well. Some great stuff going on at the minute. Yeah, just really busy with product stuff and trying to build the channel. So any of you lot who are out there who haven't signed up to also subscribe to TSR Jivey Talks Tech, it'd be great if you would. We'd love to have you on there as well. So yeah, that'd be cool. Let's dive in to the week of comments and all that sort of stuff. Starting with Al. Go.
Al says, "Evening, guys. Hope all is well. What's the goss? Been away for the last few weeks. Need to play catch up." Or lots of things going on. Lots of things going on this week. What
I need to say, because for some reason, I think it's because I mentioned a certain person's name. That's why we got more views last week. So I'm going to say Ken Tampling, Ken Tampling, Ken Tampling, Ken Tampling. The goss around that man still hasn't gone away. All he's doing is, you know, the old phrase, "Fires fail through lack of fuel." Well,
yeah.
Ken's pouring petrol on his fire.
I haven't seen anything. I still don't know.
Hilarious.
He just did the miming, didn't he, or something?
Basically, he mimed on a live stream where he said he was singing live. Then he mimed at a gig, and it was proven that he mimed because a YouTuber called Wings of Pegasus, who I'd not heard of beforehand, put some analysis software and showed that it wasn't just the same, it was exactly the same.
Oh God!
From a version that he recorded in 1994 or something.
So the audio world's got a KDH, have they? That's That's after blood. Okay, okay. Let's move on from Paul. Ken Tampling.
It got funny. It's just got funny. It's got ridiculous. But yeah, I'm sure that will come out and bite somebody fairly soon.
Daniel, good evening, rats. Very warm here for the end of October. 26, nice.
Wow.
And not cloud in the sky for the past 3 weeks. Oh, nice.
It has been quite pleasant here this week, though. I'll say that. I've been in t-shirts again.
It's not been bad. It's not been bad.
Boom. There we go.
I want to come on the... why have you put if you want to come on the shop?
Because I can't type. When I try and do something in a hurry, and I can't edit it once it's already gone out.
If you want to come on the shop, please use following link. Damn. Jeff, hello, mate. He said, good morning from sunny Brisbane. Heading for a pleasant 33 degrees. Nice. Hope everyone's happy and healthy. Oh, so lucky going into summer, aren't they?
Yeah, but their idea of summer is a whole nother level of summer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good summer. Good bit of summer business. Daniel, new pedal day, a limited edition Great Eastern Effects designer drive in trans orange case. Only 10 being made. Nice. A welcome addition to the other 2 Great Eastern pedals on my board. Nice one. I've got a designer drive in the original version.
Orange case. Nice.
Max, hello mate. He says, well, I'm here anyway. You sure are.
Yarp.
Oh, well done. So you did the link to the guitar show if anyone wants to go and check that out. Mr. Abraham, we'll see him on Sunday.
We will.
What time does it start? What time does the London International Guitar Show start, James?
Yeah, 10 o'clock, 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Right.
I've actually got a gig on Saturday night in Richmond, and I put in. I thought rather than drive 2 hours from Richmond home and then the next day drive pretty much back the other way, I'll get a travel log for the night, which I have done. Turns out the travel lodge I'm in is next door to the racecourse.
That's what you want.
So I can literally fall out of there at 10 to 10 and just
Lenny Henry be tucking you in. Is that travel lodge?
No, that's Premier Inn, Lenny Henry. Travel lodge is Sue Perkins, I think, or someone like that. It'll be the first time I've met Lee in real life.
What?
I've not met Lee in real life.
Yes, you have. Stop talking rubbish.
I don't think I have.
Lee, is this true? Because if it's not true, how insulting would that be?
I don't think I've met Lee in real life.
I'm sure you have.
I don't think I have. If I'm wrong, Lee, I'm really sorry, but all I can say is I was really drunk at the
Hey,
time.
Lee, don't get excited, mate. It's nothing, it's nothing to get excited about. Jeff, greetings, Paul from Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yeah, AZ, Arizona. Yeah, I think so.
Hi, Jeff. I hope you are well.
Yeah, hi, Jeff. I'm here too. Thanks.
Yeah, don't worry, mate. Max, I saw an advert for it on Facebook and from Anderton's. What are we talking about?
The show, guitar show.
Oh, nice. Oh, so Anderton's are advertising it. Okay, cool.
Good.
Great.
They're your new best mates now, aren't they?
Well, there's a video planned. I'm going up there to shoot a video.
Very exciting.
It is exciting, yeah. Phil, evening rat. See you Sunday. See you Sunday, Phil.
Awesome.
Nectarius, he said, evening, fellow guitar nerds. Different show, but evening. He said, is there any reason to keep my only tube amp if I only play it twice a year? I gig my katana and record with neural DSP plugins. I want to trade it for a PRS Silver Sky. That's a good question, actually. If you only use
I would say as long as you've got an amp, you can still enjoy air movement. And the katana will give you that.
Is he going to miss it? Is he going to miss it? I think that's a really good question. If you only had one guitar amp, if you only had one tube amp, is it worth hanging on to? Oh gosh.
Put it like this.
Another one.
I know if that was the last amp, I know I've been banging on about this for weeks.
Oh my God, he's going on about it.
That was the last tube amp I ever played. I wouldn't be upset. That's the red plate. Oh my God, that thing's good.
Cassidy's back. I think he must be home. Hold on, this is interesting. Chris Andrews, he said, in with a thumbs up. Yeah, cheers, Chris. Yeah, gives a thumbs up. It helps more than you can possibly know.
It really does.
It really does help. JV's Hangout. Hi, JV. He said, can't wait for the Tonix update to come out for the effects. I know they set the release date for November, but do you guys know an actual date on that? Do you know, James?
I don't know an actual date. I do know that there is I know the planned date for shipping the white Tonixes, but I can't say because it's still not confirmed.
Okay. Right.
But we've had the software update for a little while and it's really good. So sit tight. It's soon and it's free. So enjoy it. When you get it, you'll enjoy it. It's really good.
There we go. 6-bedroom Steve. Hello, mate. He says, hello, Rat fans and fellow vermin. Hello, Steve. If you want to come on and talk about your little Chinese experience, please do. He's just got back from China, unless he's still out there.
It would be very, very early in the morning if he was.
Mate, you never know.
Someone said to me the other day, when people call you rat fans, do you think that, or people call them rat fans, do you think that if you went, hey, rat fans, that ITV or TVAM or whatever they call would get upset? Because obviously Roland Rat was a TVAM.
I don't think anybody knows it, hasn't got a clue what we're talking about.
No, but I just thought, hey, rat fans would be so funny to use that sting.
It would be. JV said, breaking news, Ken Tamplin just sued everyone in the chat at YouTube. He's suing people as well.
So what's been going on is he if you say something he doesn't like, he gets legal on you. But it's been proven that it's not his lawyer sending emails, it's him pretending to be a lawyer.
Oh no, you see, no, I was gonna give him a break because I don't really know anything about it, but Ken Tamplin, stop being a dick and just admit it. That's all you gotta do. Just listen. That's all you gotta do. It's just why can't people just go, oh, I made a mistake? And people just go, yeah, it's all right, mate. No worries.
Yeah.
Stop being a twat.
So when we get a cease and desist or we get copyright strikes.
No, because it's true. He is a twat. You can't sue when things are true.
And also fair use. We can say things like that because it's fair use to have an opinion. You're allowed to have opinions on the internet.
Oh, bless. I mean, God, Anyway, sorry, Ken.
But still, by mentioning his
Kenneth.
name so many times, I bet we'll get loads more views.
Let's call him Kenneth from now on.
Kenneth.
So don't get in trouble. Kenneth Tamplin. Kenneth Tampon. I was getting tired earlier. I was going, I was a bit tired for this, but now I'm sort of perked up. Jeff, he says, can I get the James price if I buy a Kenneth Tamplin air mic?
I love it when jokes run and run.
I'm enjoying the Kenneth Tamplin now.
I love it when jokes run and run. It's more funny.
Yeah. It's funny. That's funny. Nectaris, I believe that tube amps are really needed if you play with overdrive. For clean tones, the Katana or Fender Tone Masters shine. Please discuss. Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair. It depends. Oh God! To be honest,
I think there was a time. So certainly back in the let's call it the 11 rack days, which is now 15 odd years ago. Things like the 11 rack could do super clean and super dirty well. It was that clean on the verge of breakup grittiness that they all struggled with.
Right.
But now we have amp capture and amp modeling and all that sort of stuff where we're capturing those gritty tones and it's translating really well into keeping the same sort of gritty, clean on the verge of breakup tone. It's not such an issue, I don't think. It used to be, pods did super clean and filthy well. The J station that I brought over, the Johnson thing, did super clean and super dirty okay. 11 rack was great.
There was nothing good about that J station. There's nothing.
Now we have Tone X and we have Kempers and we have Quad Cortex, Quad Cortices, and we have Nano Cortex. I've got a bone to pick with that thing as well.
Okay. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah. Okay. It's getting closer. I don't think you need a tube amp anymore. I think just making air move, and by that I mean you could run your Quad Cortex into a pair of studio speakers. You'll get the same interaction between the air movement from some. You'll get a very, very, very similar interaction between the air movement from some actual speakers and the guitar.
It's different. It's still great. It's different, but it is still great. I think, I want to talk about the amp then that I bought because it's quite apt for this sort of thing, I would say. But you do it now?
Go on. Let's
do it just before news. Let's keep going. Keep going. There's loads of questions. Let's do it. Yeah. Satchith, he says, hi from Indiana. Question: I have a Tonix-based pedal board, but prefer to play through a cab. What would you recommend to bridge the gap? Cheap solid-state amp with a return-in or power stage or other? I think if you're using Tonix, I would just go and get yourself an FRFR.
Yeah.
And ideally, go and get yourself 2 FRFRs so you can have stereo.
Glorious stereo.
I really would. I really would because it makes that to me. That to me makes the difference of a valve amp and something like this where you can go stereo, and because I think single you just go, oh yeah, it sounds good. But a valve amp you go, oh yeah, this is great. But if you get stereo, then you go, oh, this sounds great because it's more fulfilling, I think, for the ears.
And actually, I know we talk about FRFRs and go, oh, there are guitar amp brands now putting out FRFR cabinets. It could be a pair of JBL Eon 10s, which you can pick up for a couple of hundred notes. PA speakers are FRFR. It doesn't have to be the Laney 2,500 watt 4x12 monster.
Definitely do that.
It can be a pair of QSCs or JBLs, or as long as they've got a reasonable amount of power and a reasonable top end and they're full range, that's how it's going to sound. So you don't have to spend a fortune. A pair of JBL Eon 10s would be amazing as your rig because they'll lean back and sit in the right angle for you for playing live.
It's true. JV's Hangout. Lol, Jeff Cook, only 10 easy payments, $29.99 lol. Okay, let's run through this because
yeah.
let's keep mentioning. Okay, Shep, evening. All hope you're happy and well, and you, Shep. Hope everything's good. Adam says, "Evening, rats. Paul, you really suck." This was funny. So Adam sent me a message this morning. There's a girl guitarist who's actually really great in Czech Republic.
Right.
It's called the Czech Republic, isn't it?
It is now. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't want to seem like an idiot. And Adam said, "Oh, do you know Paul from the Studio Rats?" And she said, "Oh, yes, he really sucks." And she meant that he really rocks, but the translation. How funny is that? How funny is that? So that's nice.
The last time I mixed on a really big console, we had 2 extra channels for fun. We had 3 channels. We had the cowbell, we had the rock, and the suck channel. And if it was going really well, you turned up the rock channel. And if it was starting, you know,
nice,
silly but funny.
Floris, Taurus, I would sell my only tube amp. If I would sell my only tube amp, I'd regret it at some point and get another. I'm sure there's others that haven't looked back though. Yeah, I think it depends what it is as well. Let's So Nick Torres, let us know what the tube amp is, and then we'll say, how's that?
Yeah,
then we'll make a decision. How's that?
Yeah,
let's do that. Thick Chili says, Satchith, I use a return on a Boss Katana. Absolutely, you can do that. The only thing is a Boss Katana is not a full range speaker cab, so you're going to be losing some of the frequencies, and it's going to be quite a dull sound unless you turn off the speaker model inside of Tonex, which is you could do.
Yeah.
Ben says, "Cheers, folks. Hopes everybody's well, and to you, Ben. Hope all is good." Lee said, "We met at the London Guitar Show when you were demoing the TSR Cornell. I made such an impression. I thought that was the case.
It probably was. I'm really sorry, Lee. I'm
Lee,
sorry.
How can you forget meeting Lee? That's a highlight of anyone's year, as far as I'm concerned.
I'm such a loser. I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry, Lee. I'll make it up to you.
So, Michael, hi. What are your opinions of LSL guitars? The really good guitars. Don't like the pickups. Put it that way. I don't think they make great pickups, or the ones that I've tried haven't been great pickups. They tend to be very low output, and I don't like high output pickups at all. I like low output pickups. They tend to be very low, or the ones that I've tried. Maybe they've changed over recent. I think the build quality on the guitars are really good.
The white telly we tried was fabulous.
No, the pink telly was absolutely amazing. The weights tend not to be very consistent with their weights, or they weren't, I should say. You get ones that were just like £6 that were just like amazing, and you have one that were £9 and £10. So the weights, I think they've got potential to be really, really good, and they are really, really well built guitars.
Cool.
Al, James, even if I remember, you met. Yes, there we go. Unbelievable.
I'm sorry, Lee. What can I say?
Anyway, there we go. Marlon, any thoughts on the new PRS SE NF3? Hopefully, one day we'll see a review on your channel. Yeah, I think it looks really good. It looks really good. Not sure PRS particularly like us, but
because we keep saying they only make guitars for dentists and lawyers.
No, we don't. I think that's the cliche, isn't it? But we don't just say that. We don't just say that. PRS make excellent guitars. They make excellent guitars. Farid, he said, evening everyone. I'm using a Rock Crusher attenuator that dulls the sound a little. Will an EQ pedal rebalance the sound? If so, what pedal? 100 to 150? Yeah, it will do. It's so attenuators do take off the top end.
Get that little pedal that we bought when we were at Toman. That little 20 quid thing. They're brilliant.
I would go and get a Boss G7, which is an EQ pedal. Looks like.
Hang on, where's mine?
It's the ugliest pedal you could possibly buy.
It's poo brown, isn't it? Let's face it.
Gee, if that's the color of your, mate, that's it's like it's but it's
what we call that taupe.
Taupe. It is a bit taupe, isn't it? Yeah, it's just the blandest pedal, but it's really good, really good. And they're about 70 quid, 60 quid, something like that.
Yeah.
Really good.
At this point, ladies and gentlemen, please doff your caps because he won't be.
Hold on.
Hang on.
Oh, go on, let me in.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, translating and subtitles will be applied, Mr. Steve McCassidy.
Ni hao.
Ni hao. Hey, mate, you haven't got much of a tan.
Oh, no. I couldn't go out in that sun, mate.
Was it hot?
Nah, it wasn't too bad, actually. Actually, it was almost identical to the Scottish weather. Kind of foggy, drizzly. Just what you expect, eh?
Hey, that's not fog. That's
nah. Yeah, but it's smog, yeah. Smog. But there was a couple of days that were quite nice.
Good time, though?
Yeah, great stuff. Can't complain. It was like super hectic, busy. The itinerary was like meeting lots of my partner's family, and it's a big family. So yeah, that was most days. It was just like meeting 3 different groups of pals and families and loads of meals and stuff. It was mental. Great though.
What was the weirdest thing you ate?
Well, as you may or may not know, I'm a plant-based kind of guy. I'm a vegan guy, so
I didn't remember that.
I ate loads of stuff. Actually, something that I'd been wanting to try for years and years that I got to try for the first time is durian.
It's what?
It's what? Durian.
Durian. The stinky fruit.
Yeah, stinky fruit. It's like it's massive in Thailand, but obviously it's not as big a deal to import it over to China. So, yeah, tried it out. It was like from a street vendor as well. So, yeah, it's pretty good.
Does it stink?
Yeah.
One of the things I remember from living in the Far East for a while was the street food is amazing.
Yeah, great food. That was the highlight. Probably was the food. There was just so much great stuff. What else did I try out?
You're meeting your future father-in-law and mother-in-law, whatever, and you said, "Oh, the highlight was food."
That's it. The in-laws and stuff like that. It was great to meet the people as well. Of course, can't complain.
Right,
and of course, when you're in China, they make a lot of affordable instruments over there. You know, there's a big manufacturing over there.
China.
Oh
really?
yeah.
Never guessed.
Yeah. So of course, I had to get a new guitar.
What'd you get?
Blender.
You ready?
Did you come back with it?
Yeah.
Did you?
You ready?
Let's have a look.
Hey!
So it's a metal guitar, is it?
Yeah, this is another one of these metal ones. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's the Ed Sheeran model, only with 5 frets.
Yeah.
There's a broken string already. Like it didn't quite survive the journey, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
That string's gonna be made out of, I don't know, some rodent gut or something.
Yeah.
You've
just brought COVID back with you.
That's it. It's made of horse's whiskers.
Horse's whiskers.
But it's called a moon guitar.
It's pretty.
It's got a lovely floral.
Yeah. So apparently these are made on the moon and imported to China.
Wow, so, that's clever, isn't it? That's great, man. I like that.
I thought it was cool.
What a great thing. Yeah, that is really cool. How much?
Of course, there's a video review in the works, so don't forget to subscribe.
You should definitely do a review of it. You should definitely do a review. What?
Yes.
And how much was it?
That was a gift actually from one of Yoshi. That's my partner Yoshi, one of her pals. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, great set.
Very cool.
Very
really
cool.
Nice.
One last thing, I'll get out your way shortly. I just thought I'd let you know that I found a guitar street in Beijing, which is pretty cool.
Oh,
like,
nice.
It wasn't just a guitar street. There was like maybe about, I don't know, 8 guitar shops, but there was also like loads of instrument shops. There was like actual luthiers and violin makers, whatever you call them, and traditional Chinese instruments and stuff, all up both sides of the street. There was like probably about 20, 30 shops or something. So that was pretty cool. Got to visit some of them.
Oh, nice, mate. Yeah, brilliant.
So got a video of that on the go.
There's got to be a joke there about Tin Pan Lally or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I'll think of something. You always got to find an angle. Anyway, that's my wee update.
All right, mate. Well, good to have you back.
And you? How are you? How are you guys doing?
All right, mate. Yeah, good.
Good. Yeah,
good.
Busy.
Busy, very busy.
Busy, good. It's getting cold, is it?
It's what?
It's getting cold, is it?
Cold?
No, it's been lovely this week. It's been like t-shirts out and stuff again. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
It's cold up north. Anyway, right, I'll get out of your hair. Thanks.
All right, mate. Good to see you. Take care.
Kick us out. See you later. Cheerio.
Quick, kick him. There we go.
They so look like if someone put thug or whatever. What would Steve the Thug Life be? Like Scott's Life. They would be hitting the glasses.
Yeah.
Scotch Life. I don't know.
What's next?
Right. And go.
Thick chili says Sergio. Yes, no, we've done that.
Yeah, we've had that one. Hang on. Sorry.
Shall I do it?
There. Boom. No, we're there.
What? Yeah. Well done,
yes.
Wadey. That's a nice strat, that Wadey.
Lovely.
If it's not eating any food and costing you extra money, keep it. Save your money and buy another guitar.
Yeah. Always.
Okay. JV, he said, you guys are never going to be able to sing the Ultra 5 octave ranges if you don't apologize to 10 Camplin.
10 Camplin.
Don't want to get sued now. Mr. Barr. He says, there is still a certain magic in tube amps. I own all the neural DSP plugins, Tonex, Genome, etc., but they're super convenient, but they're still missing something. I agree. I completely agree.
Completely agree. Yeah.
Floris, on the other hand, I've sold my only acoustic and never regretted it a bit. In the end, you only be able to know, and you might change your mind later. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Frank and Tone, that's a good name. What's your top 5 tube amps and bottom 5? Oh my god.
Okay, bottom of the bottom 5. Is that 5150 that I bought?
Oh mate, you're tripping. What about that Bugera thing you bought?
Oh, that's true. That is true.
That was bottom. That was right at the bottom.
That was a shocker. Top 5. Okay, that. Your Matchless Independence 35.
Yeah.
That Scottish Talon Marshall clone thing.
Very good.
Is phenomenal. The Studio Rats Cornell TSR 20. And that Bogner at the moment. That Bogner sounds amazing.
There we go.
The Bogner Helios Eclipse.
Well, I've got 5 amps here, so I might as well just list those at the moment. And there's more, more they're coming in and out and stuff. So there we go, and we can then talk about actually. Oh, it's in the way. There we go. At TWS 2864S, that's fantastic. The Overdrive Reverb by Amplified Nation and a Soldano SLO, and then the new one.
Oh, look at that!
Is the Hook Wizard, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And there's a Matchless H15 over there that actually is going off to Steve Rothery from Marillion on Friday.
Nice.
He's taking that.
He'll have his hooks in it.
He might have his hooks in it. Right. Next. Here we go. Shep, don't forget for next week, we are back to GMT. Yeah, well done. Thanks, Shep. Yeah, so next week, for those of you that live in foreign countries, it's 8 o'clock still for us, but our time changes. Does everyone's time change?
I think the States are a week after us. There's a bit where, so for example, there's a week where California is 9 hours different to us.
Maybe when we advertise it next week, we'll.
I always put BST or GMT, and people can.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, but yeah, changes on Sunday morning, I think. So we spring forward, fall back. We lose an hour of sleep.
Lovely job, Lee. I don't mind that, actually. Floris, Shahar, I agree. However, a tube amp with power amp and speaker emulations get amazingly close to that tube amp feeling. No, I agree. I think in a studio, it's fine. It's live where it really matters. Max, you can sue It's called defamation, even if true. There we go.
Oh well. Okay. Go on.
Oh,
Go on.
sorry,
10.
sorry, 10.
Go on. 10. Camplin.
Searching for tone. I said Ken Tampon in a video.
Yeah, but you might get sued by yes.
He's going to be a very rich man if he's suing all these people. We might have to do a public apology. JV's hangout, ha ha. Anton, if it was all right for Milli Vanilli, then it's okay for Kenneth. Absolutely. Yeah, it's great.
I don't think the problem is that he was miming. I think it like always. If you say I'm miming, or we have track assistance or whatever, that's acceptable, because let's face it, these days it is totally acceptable to have track.
You might have been ill that day.
Yeah. But what isn't acceptable is the lying about it bit and the fakery and the cover up. That's the bit that gets people's goat. So while we've both played in bands that use track heavily for extra backing vocals and all that sort of stuff, and percussion that otherwise you'd have to have a 30-piece band. It's the fibbing about it that gets people annoyed. So
ain't no lie.
Not around here.
Philip from 40 says, howdy gents, but a bit of an itch to try a fractal FM3 or FM9 interface aside. I learn to use almost any interface. Have y'all done any side-by-sides with QC Helix, etc. opinions? I've had an Axe-FX 3, the big daddy, and it's very, 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 very good. It's probably the best out of all of them. All of the same, so basically same power as an FM9. I always thought the FM3 was a little bit underpowered, and then I saw Larry Mitchell use an FM3 and just an FM3, and it sounded absolutely incredible. But it would, because he was playing through it. But I'd highly recommend them. I think they're brilliant, even though they're not interested in dealing with us whatsoever. But I still recommend them.
Yeah, because it's really good stuff, and really good stuff is worth recommending, even if they don't want to throw any money our way.
Yeah, it's not about money. It's not about money. It's not about money. It's about support.
But their loss, not ours.
Yeah, Victorious. The thing is, Guitar Gear should be perceived as tools for a job. My katana does the job better than my bass breaker 30R. It doesn't sound better. It serves my needs better, but I'm still hesitant. So you've got a bass breaker 30. Is that what you're thinking of selling? I personally wouldn't worry about selling that. I think
no.
The thing is, if I could be completely honest, though, I think, especially at the moment, if you're going to trade it, I think guitar shops. I know of certain guitar shops that won't even take tube amps anymore. So it's tough. It's really tough. It's really tough. But I particularly wouldn't worry too much about passing that on, because I think you could always get another one.
Yeah.
If it was something that was really unusual, then that's different. But something like a bass breaker, which is pretty, you could pick another one up if you want to. If you really missed it, you could pick it up. Chris, new PRS C24 Black Limber, thoughts? I did see it in the news. I didn't put it because I didn't put it in there because I didn't think it was that much of a newsworthy item. Yeah, it looks. Oh, it's not an SE. I thought it was an SE. 24. Actually, I might dig it out. I'm going to dig it out again. I will dig it out, because I do think that's worth talking about.
All right.
Nabs, evening rats and all. Paul, love the pedal demo this week. Have you seen the polyample pedal that came out this week? It sounds very good. I can't talk about. I'm trying. I like to be honest with you guys. I can't really talk about that pedal. Let's put it that way. That sounds really ominous, doesn't it? I didn't like it. Let's put it that way. So I didn't review it.
So we have a policy. It infers something's written down. we have an understanding that if we don't like a thing, we won't review the thing.
And the reason for that is because just because I don't like it, that doesn't mean that I want to put my opinion across to someone else, because someone else might like it. So I don't think my opinion is, I should say, I don't like, I'm not going to do a bad review. I just don't think, because someone else might pick it up and try it and go, this is amazing.
Now, that's not to say that we don't criticize stuff that we do review, because we do say that stuff, this could be better, this needs tweaking, whatever. But generally, the products we review, we like, and we are happy to put our name behind, because that's what we do as quote unquote, and I almost hate the phrase YouTubers. But, there are very few people out there in the world who I believe have the right to destroy a product and take the food from people's families' mouths. I don't want that responsibility.
Yeah, but it's not even that. It's a bit, someone might like it. It might be someone might think it's great.
But we're allowed to say we don't like a thing.
Absolutely.
So because that's the thing. That's the thing.
Shahar, I know discussing politics is a no-no, but do people in UK care about what's going on here, or do you typically fly under those crazy Americans? No, I think we sort of care what's going on. I think it's, the most powerful country in the world, arguably the most powerful country in the world. I think it's quite important to know what's going on, and especially if
I think it's difficult at the moment because our primary news source, like them or love them, is BBC. And the BBC desperately will defend their non-bias. That's the phrase. Anonymity was the word I was going to use, but they're non-bias. But I think even by that, you can read into some of the BBC's correspondence biases.
I think people have been sacked for that, but I don't think so.
It's very difficult. But I mean, we don't hear the full story. We don't get the full SP. So yeah, you're right, Shahar. This isn't a political platform.
Oh yeah, and also you Americans definitely be crazy.
So yeah, you're all mad as a box of frogs. So I mean, you voted you voted him in once. So
hey,
it might happen.
Stop it! This is not. I'm not. Stop putting your opinion across. Let's go. Let's move on. Stuart, evening all. Just an update. The audition went well last week. Oh, fantastic!
Great.
And I got into the band. Well done, mate. Just need to learn 25 song set list for the first gig in 4 weeks. Thanks for the advice the other week. Oh, well done, Stuart. Well done, mate. That is
great work.
Hats off to you, mate. Adam, he says, you guys have played and owned loads of great amps, but do either of you have the one that got away amp? It's interesting. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I was very impressed when we tried it out with that red plate amp behind James. We were very impressed with that.
And I think if you had it over again, you wouldn't sell the matchless Independence 35.
I wouldn't. No, I think, the amp that I should have held on to. The thing is, because so many amps come and go, I'm not particularly precious about. I'm not precious about amps at all. There's some amps that I just go, I love playing through this, and there's certain amps that I could,
At this point, we should go. We missed this because Steve was on earlier, but we go.
Searching for tone. Thank you. They say, only found you guys because you collaborated with a genius like Steve at 42 Gear Street. He paid me to say that. Cheers, Searching for Tone.
And because I've now noticed.
Mr. Barr. Thank you for your honesty and great content. Cheers, Shahar. Thanks, mate. Much appreciated. Really
thanks
is.
Very much indeed. Yeah.
Looks like I'll be buying the beers on Sunday. Using reactive load box and IR always is the best way to load the volume. Yes, I completely agree. Should I talk about this amp now?
Yeah.
I think it's relevant. I think it's very relevant, and it's quite heavy. So
by hook or by crook.
It's a beastie.
It didn't look very big back there. It looks enormous on your lap.
Well, it is. It's got a lot in it. It's massive. It's pretty. It's just very wide.
It looked minute back there.
No, I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not. Ah, there it is. Right. So there it is. It's right. The great thing about this, it is. How can I do this? Where? There we go. There we go. Right. So the great thing about this. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to plug it in.
Plug it in.
I can do that. And look, so it's a valve amp. It's all valve.
Right.
Hold on, I'm going to make sure I've got the thing turned on. Right. Okay, here we go.
This is the greatest trick I've ever seen an amp do.
Right. Stay there. Okay. Right. Watch the controls.
I think that's awesome.
It's pretty awesome. So the great thing about this, and sorry, I'm not demonstrating this very well by having it up. I'm going to turn it off now. It's a valve amp that is got motorized pots on it. So you can have,
and they're analog pots, aren't they? They are normal pots.
It's all analog. It's all analog, I should say.
Right.
But coming back to that, there is something about it.
Right.
EL34, so it's like Marshall sort of voiced, I would say, especially on the gain section.
Yeah.
It's got a load box built in, and IRs built in, so you can change all the IRs and stuff. And it's just the you've got an XLR out. You can't see that because my name's in there. And you can have whatever sounds you want.
Mm-hmm.
And it is like the ultimate solution. It's like carrying 1 amp around with an IR loader and a load box,
mm-hmm.
and also use it like an amp. So, plug it into your cabinet, which I've got down here, and it sounds absolutely fantastic.
Was it new or secondhand?
Yeah, secondhand. And what's the other thing? Yeah, the only thing about it, it's only flaw, because it's brilliant,
mm-hmm.
is that the master is connected to, which is great. The master's connected to the load box of the IR section.
Right.
So what that means is, say you're at a gig, and you've got the IR, you've got the XLR plugged into the front of the desk.
Yeah.
I just want to turn it up a little bit. If you turn up the master, the mix turns up as well at the front of house. Just wish it had a separate
independent volume control.
That's the only thing about it. Apart from that, it is absolutely amazing.
Wow.
It sounds great. And because it's MIDI as well, what you can do is you can attach an expression pedal to it, turn down the expression pedal, and then all the faders are moving. The faders control. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So
that's cool.
A review to come. It is witchcraft. It's proper witchcraft.
And as I said to you, when you've now got your 10 patches dialed in for Tonex, there'll be the exact same 10 patches.
Yeah, very much so.
Because it's exactly the same. That's just genius.
Yeah, it is.
How many memories does it have? How many preset memories does it have?
32.
Oh,
my God. You wouldn't need 32. I mean, I wouldn't use more than 5.
It's basically 5 or 6 tops.
Yeah, but it's like it sounds. You can get very clean. Get very clean to sort of break up to filth. It's really versatile. Really versatile.
Very cool, mate.
Yes.
I can't wait to try that.
Yes, it's really exciting. Actually, it's a good amp.
What's the speaker with it? Was it 1x12?
It's a 1x12 warehouse. It's like a greenback, I think.
Nice.
Style. It's a warehouse. I can't remember the actual model.
Great.
I can have a look if anyone wants
Right.
to know, and I'll go
and
around the
when.
back.
As and when.
Jeff, to complete the ensemble, Kenneth has introduced a new line of air guitar named Tampax. Oh.
No, I'm trying too hard.
We're going to get in trouble. We're going to get in trubs. Al, do you see that Wampler have released a new plugin this week? No, I haven't actually. Haven't seen that. I will look into that. They do, yeah. They do a plugin, don't they? Called the Metaverse. Is that Metaverse?
Don't know.
I think it's called that. Digital Viper. I'm getting a ton out of your Tonex captures. Brilliant. From Soldano to Bogner and Mesobarba to match this. I'm a fan. Oh, cheers, Digital Viper. I'm glad you're getting something out of it. That means a lot. Vice Sachatrucci. FRFR, I still rock a pair of EV SXA 250Ss, which were like $900 10 years ago, but like 200 to 300 used, and they resonate like a guitar cab. I can't recommend them enough. Kind of heavy, but hey, yeah, they are very heavy, those speakers. Are they $900 10 years ago?
I saw a Facebook marketplace post today, and a guy's got 6 Martin, the big Martin 15-inch wedges.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, for 900 quid, 6 of them. And I was like, that's almost worth it. If you had a venue, those things were indestructible.
Oh yeah, and sound fantastic, but then you'd need 6 power amps to go with it as well.
Yeah, but you'd also need 6 great heavy roadies to move the blooming things, because
no one wants those sort of things. Anton, my Harley Benton SC552 BCF arrived this week. Purchased after your review with link. Oh, nice one. Cheers, Anton. Very impressed. Yes, good, isn't it? They're really good guitars. Really good. Stuart, on the Tube Amp chat, would you look for hand wired over PCB board if looking at newer amps? If so, what alternative would you choose over a Princeton style amp? And that style budget. So what's the Princeton now? It's about $1,000, something like that.
Yeah.
And no, I don't think. I think for $1,000, you're not going to get many hand wired amps for £1,000 or $1,000.
Shame, isn't it? $1,000 used to be a lot of money, but it's really not anymore.
It's still a lot of money, but not in terms of what amp manufacturers charge.
And yet, you could probably pick up on the second-hand market something. Well, you can pick up some amazing amp for $1,000.
Without doubt, I think that's what I would do. I mean, I think it's always we're going to get into some arguments here because people are going to disagree about does it make a difference. I would always prefer a hand wired amp over a PCB amp any day. But there's going to be people that argue it doesn't make a difference, and I don't care if it makes a difference or not. Whether anyone can actually hear the difference. It's just it is easy at the service. That's as simple as it gets.
And with any component based amp, and I mean that rather than an IC based as an integrated circuit, any component based amp, if the one component dies, it's a 2-minute job. If an IC goes down, it's a very different beast. Okay, you could say you just pop the old one off and the new one goes in.
That's true. That could happen. Yeah, that's very true. And then that is quick.
But component based, there's a great phrase in electronics, and it goes tune for maximum smoke. If you're having a problem, you want to find out what's really going for it, crank everything up and see where the smoke's coming from. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Because if it's already dead, you might as well make it really, really dead.
JV, have you guys tried the Hotone Ampera 2 stage? Wondered how their profiling stacks up against Tonex. No, that's a new one, isn't it? No, I haven't tried that.
Hotone.
It's not Hotone, is it? It's Hot One.
It's Hot One. Yeah.
It is actually Hot One, isn't it?
Is it actually Hot One? Because I think Hotone sounds way better.
I like Hotone, but no, it's Hot One apparently.
Hot One.
Stuart Edgar on the Tube Amp chat. If looking for a Tube Amp, would you go for a hand?
Yeah,
Plants are feelings too, Steve. It's true. Steve's such nasty to those plants.
What's that line from Notting Hill? So these carrots were, yes, murdered.
Search for Tone, Patient Zero.
Yeah,
What's
Steve Cassidy's Patient Zero.
Why is he Patient Zero?
Because he's brought the Chinese catgut guitar back. Or the
I see.
Yeah. Or actually, as we know him, Impatient Zero.
Patient Zero. Anton says, Steve, play that instrument in your next gig. You should do. Chris, I started Alex Van Halen's book last night. This could be sad. Oof. You know what I'm reading at the moment? I'm reading Don Felder's book.
The guitarist from the amazing guitarist from the Eagles that everyone forgot about as soon as he left.
Did he leave?
Yeah, because he was replaced by the guy from Nashville who was amazing, but not Don Felder.
Oh, did you know when they did the Hell Freezes Over?
Hell Freezes Over. He was on that one, and that was yeah. And then they kind of, for the next tours, they got rid of him because he was always the banjo player and played all the really cool stuff. He played all the banjo parts for Take It Easy.
Are you sure he played the banjo parts?
Absolutely positive.
That was it. Wasn't the other one?
Wasn't Joe Walsh? No.
No. There were like four. No, there were 3 guitar players, weren't there?
I think Don Felder played all the other stuff.
Oh, interesting. It's a really interesting book, and if it's it's obviously one man's opinion of a band, but it's
what did they refer to it as? The Eagles pressure cooker.
Yeah, it sounds a horrible environment to be in.
But the daft thing is now you listen to interviews with Sting and with Andy Summers and with Stuart Copeland, and the story goes back that they hated each other on the Montserrat sessions, and they're all going, we didn't hate each other. It was really hard to keep up the energy and keep the pressure up to keep writing such amazing material. It was hard pressure, not we hate you. By the sound,
they were known for having fights though, or the stories were them fighting.
Yeah, but there's fights and there's musical fights and there's throwing punches.
I thought it was the latter, but many of these traditional instruments are made of Palowina wood. I actually really like Palowina, like Brad Pace's signature Esquire, which is my favourite telly. Nice.
Nice.
Dexter, the States fall back on November 2nd. There we go.
So the week after us, yes. I thought it was the end of November. They all fought back. The election.
Oh, very good. Okay. Steve will do. Checking the post.
Yarp.
Max says you should add that just because you can sue doesn't mean you will, or that if you win, the judgment will be punitive in any meaningful way. There we go.
Thanks, Max. Just covering our bases for us. Nice work.
Search for Tone. Thank you, Steve. If they're talking amongst themselves, let's.
Yeah.
Anderson. Hi, guys from Argentina. Hi, Anderson. Just a quick question. What do you think about Tonix pedal paired with the GT1000 core? Yeah, great. The GT1000 core's got some great effects in it, and I think it would definitely be an improvement to use the amp modeling, or the amp captures, because it is capture from Tonix. Yes, I think that would be good. Anthony, still waiting for Divided by 13 to hit Peach and Coda. We're supposed to arrive in June, but still nothing. Need to test the CJ11. CJ11, that's a cracking amp. I'm sure they're going to be just as good.
Yeah.
Now they've been taken over, but really good amp. Paul, I love your videos on the Katana. Cheers, Dexter. What I really learned from them is how to describe the different sounds. For example, the difference between crunch and overdrive, top end, bottom end. Nice.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate. Yep, the same one. Same one, James. Max says, historically, there have been products from many manufacturers that deserve to be buried under excrement, and reviewers that will deliver that level of criticism are rare and valuable. Atlantean, hello mate. He said the studio rats, hi lads, sorry I'm late. I lost track of time and didn't get a notification. I hope you're both well, and to you, fellow Hampshire man. Michael, you guys pushed me over the edge to purchase the Tonex. Thank you. Next, can't decide on the Marshall Studio series, leaning towards the JTM 20 or the Jubilee. Well, the Jubilee, I think, is a more versatile amp.
That Jubilee was awesome as well.
Great sounding amp, really good. But don't be under any impression that you can't turn it. You've got to turn that up to make it sound good. Both of them. You've got to turn them up, because you'll get them out of the pack and you'll go, what is this? This sounds naff.
Yeah.
You've got to, you know, if you can't turn up loud, get an attenuator.
I think he's also referring to Tonex though. Tonex packs.
Sorry?
I think he's referring to the Tonex packs though, rather than.
No, because you haven't got a Jubilee 20 pack.
Oh, that's true. We've got Jubilee. We haven't got Jubilee 20. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yes. All right. Sorry, I'll take that back. What was I going to say we should do the news.
Yes. There's only a couple of bits of news anyway. So,
all right.
So let's do that. Hold on. Here we go. Right. So line 6, they've got their new heavy, sort of heavy pod express thing. I've got to say, not my thing.
Pod Express Black Edition.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
In a world where all pedals were black.
Yeah, but you know, it's great. If it's getting more people playing guitar, I think it's great. £185, $199, €219 at Tone Man.
So it's about 30 more bucks than the red one.
That might just be because the red one's on sale. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It is. Wow. Okay. Talking about heavy pedals, UA FX Knuckles 92. It's basically a dual rectifier. I think revision F.
Nice to see they've sent us one of those as well.
I mean, I don't want it. I wouldn't want it. No, you're welcome. You're welcome to that.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, I don't think so. So yeah, it's basically the boost is a tube screamer. I love the way you have even on this they say UAFX Knuckles comes with a TB like boost. Tube Breamer. Yes, a TS style boost. Hate to be the one that corrects, but so there's that. It's going to be not cheap. $389, £364, €429. And Fender's latest Monstrositas. Well, so Fender have just released the Buck Owen. So obviously, legend Buck Owen, and had these guitars.
I read that as Buck Rogers.
Buck Rogers guitar. It's quite like the silver. I quite like.
Yeah, the telly's all right, but the acoustic's a bit much.
Yeah, the telly's quite cool actually, isn't it?
With the matching headstock is nice. I quite like that.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, I'm guessing it's made in Mexico. $1,825, 1,066, or €2,000.
It's a lot of
I mean, yeah. Oh, I quite like it. It looks better held than it does. I quite like the headstock. I like the done with the headstock. It's nice that. Right. The other thing was, let me just go back and see if I can find it. What was it? It was the PRS, wasn't it? There we go. It's those.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah. PRS got a new CE 24.
Mm-hmm.
I like the CEs personally. I think if I was going to buy another PRS, I think it would be a CE because it's got the bolt-on neck.
I always think that it looks like the bridge is in the middle of the guitar rather than towards the end of the guitar.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's got a big fat bum, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a bit sort of I get it. It's it's fine. It's because it's got 24 frets, I think.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
You know, the neck is right up at the body, and you think there's quite a lot of body the other end. It would look really weird. The body would be minute if they got rid of that whole bottom end, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
It would be really odd.
I'm looking at the red one. It looks like it's nitro. Let's have a look.
I love it. Comes with 2 humbuckers. Well, thanks, Sherlock. Great.
That's nice in the blue, though, isn't it?
That's lovely.
That's really
Midnight
nice.
Metallic. Oh, that's the Swamp Ash as well. Look at that grain. It's beautiful.
That is the nicest PRS I think I've ever seen. I think that looks awesome. So what is it? They are about $2,000, about £2,000, £1,900.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, about 2,000 of everything.
Is that black one, the midnight one?
Mm.
Is that the closest thing we've seen to a cool PRS?
That is.
That's cool. That's really nice.
I'm going to have little dreams about that. That's nice. That really like that. I'm not that keen. If I'm completely honest, the Black Limber to me makes it look like an SE. The cheaper, the Indonesian made PRSs, because they tend to use. I'm not keen on those sort of, James and myself. We refer to these guitars as Granny's coffee table.
You do.
I do. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that, but I do like that. I really.
That reminds me of that SAS I had, which was still a great guitar, even though I didn't actually embrace it. But that looks great. I like that a lot.
I really like that. That is the nicest PRS I think I've ever seen. Well done, PRS. There we go.
Boom. Right.
That's really nice. How many reps can you do with that hook? I reckon 8 per arm.
How long do you reckon you can hold it out in front of
you? Seconds. Couple seconds. Michael, 83 watching, only 27 and 29 likes. Come on, people, hit the like button. Yeah, cheers, Michael. Yeah,
give us 101 at the minute. Whatever's going on. I mean,
no, see, they heard that, and now it's gone down.
Get your guns out or anything like
that. It really helps, Mike. It really helps. Thank you, Michael. If you give us a like, because we've been doing this for like 4 years or something, and this is the live show is a hindrance to the channel. We lose part of the algorithm because we do this, and we do it because I don't know why do we do this?
Because it's fun, because we enjoy it, because we can.
There we go. Max, I'm hooked.
Hey, there it is.
Anthony, motorized controls are the way. Sorry, Melbourne Instruments Ninja Synth has them too, and it's the only synth to do so. Oh, nice! Haven't heard of that. I'll have a look at that.
Love me some synth like that. Hey!
Joe, hello, mate. How are you? He said, hello, I received the new IRJ and VP4. What's the one's a VP4? The IRJ is the Jakey Lee Friedman.
The VP4 is the new Friedman effects, isn't it?
No,
not Friedman. The Fractal.
Yeah. Well done, mate. Oh, well done. Oh, cheers, Joe. Yeah, good to know that you bought those. Well done. I bet that's a cracking combination, actually.
Lovely.
Nice one, Joe. Well, thanks, and Joe, thanks again for your generosity. You are a top tier member. You do not need to do stuff like that, but thanks, mate.
Scholar among men, and that desk looks awesome.
Oh, Joe's got some gear. You want to see Joe's gear collection makes our gear collection look like a little toy.
Wow. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm curious and envious.
Oh yeah. Gary, have you heard of JHS pedals? Are they any good? Their new one looks interesting. Yeah, JHS are probably the second biggest pedal manufacturer. I would say, next to Boss. I'd say so.
Josh Scott does do some pretty amazing stuff as well. I love his channel.
Yeah,
I love his channel.
They do. Yeah, they make great stuff. They make very good stuff. Highly recommended. Atlantean Steve, guitar. Hello there, Steve. I did a community post earlier that I tagged you in. New guitar company that's in the UK and make headless guitars called Yardie Guitars, as in like Yardie, as in like Jamaican Yardies, as in like the gangsters. Maybe it's Yard.
Who knows? I'm going to skip a couple because they're all talking amongst themselves as well, which is lovely.
It's nice.
Kick that one in.
Atlantean, please do. Lovely fella called James started high own UK guitar company. I have no horse in the race, just helping if I can. Nice one. Oh, good, nice. Good. Always good to help. Anthony, he said you have reverb and trem on your amp and can only add one single modulation pedal. Do you take chorus, phaser, or flanger?
Chorus.
I think probably, I've got to say, probably chorus, yeah.
Chorus, because it's the most.
I was thinking about that today. I'm putting a pedal board together.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I haven't got a chorus pedal. I have got a chorus pedal. I've got that TC chorus. The gold.
Did you buy one?
Yeah, I've got one.
Brilliant pedals.
Yeah, really good.
Really brilliant pedal.
I might stick that on the board. Well done. Good.
Brilliant pedal.
Thanks, Anthony. You reminded me. Adam says that Hook is fantastic looking amp. Hope it serves you well. I believe Mr. Hook used to be Paul Davies guitar tutor. Yes, I think he did. He's also he's like the big Dutch session guy.
Yeah. Hook.
He's very good. He's very good player. Really good player. Atlantean just had a week in Cyprus for $1,000. It's a lot of money. I gave up my Les Paul fund for that. You can't buy memories.
No.
Is that right? Is that right? We're saying that? You know what I'm saying? Well done. Rucker, Cornford Hurricane. Yeah. It's a
great amp.
Great amp. Very loud. Rocker. Fuchs and Friedman make high quality board amps. Yeah, they do. They definitely do.
What's the Friedman? The Friedman I've got's a PCB amp. I'm pretty sure the one that you had was.
What? No.
Are they not?
No, Friedman. The only amps that are PCB amps,
right,
are their things like the Runt.
Oh, okay.
If it's not the Runt, it's the Pink Taco. It's that range.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, sure, but the BEs and the small box, that sort of stuff, as far as I know, are hand wired.
All right, cool. Well, good, because I don't really want to sell that Bochner. I really don't. I like it so much.
Michael, speaking of hand wired, taking offers on my Fender 57 Tweed twin amp. Nice. Bit too heavy for me.
Yep.
Atlantean, I had the Apero Stomp 2. I know you Tone X, both good, but I prefer Tone X due to the captures we can download.
Yep. Amen, brother.
Amen. Anthony, a good PCB is. Oh, here we go. We're getting into. I knew this was going to happen. This is why I said. Right. Okay. Yes. Can we move past the PCBs better, all that sort of stuff, because it's like it's a Tonewood debate as well. It's just we'll just end up. Philip says, Philip from what podcast says it's hot tone. Airy taught me how to say it when I had him on the podcast. Oh, interesting. Because I heard on the Film at Night podcast that he spoke to the hot tone people, and they said it was hot one, but I'm guessing hot tone is they could have got that wrong as well. So Kevin, any experience with bare knuckle pickups? Yes, I'm looking to replace the ones in my PRS SE McCarty 594. Yeah, really good. Yeah, they make good pickups. I don't know where you're based, Kevin. Bare knuckle pickups tend to be so they're made in the UK, I think down in Cornwall. And in the US, I think they're seen as very sort of high-end boutique pickups. I think in the UK they're seen as good pickups. Like in the UK, I think we see like Lollas as being very high-end boutique pickups, and in the US they're good pickups. So I would recommend having a look at a pair of Sir Thornbuckers for that.
I would also throw in the room those what are the ones that Steve put in my Sheraton?
Those cheap ones.
Yeah.
Don't know what they called. Don't know.
Iron Gears.
Okay.
Really good for not that much dough.
Michael, Vince Gill, killer guitarist. Absolutely.
Yes, you're right.
Daniel, Bernie. Yeah, Bernie. That's it. Bernie Leadham was the banjo player. Yeah,
you're right. I take it back. Sorry.
Yeah. Atlantean. Kevin, I have bare knuckle old guard humbucker in my Eastman. Awesome pickups. Nice. Very good.
Right. They're chatting to each other. Boom.
Hello from Texas. Hello from the New Forest, Kevin.
Hello from Essex.
Atlantean, fellow Hampshire man indeed. My good sir. There we go. What are they called? What are Hampshire people called? Hogs? Is it something like that? Hampshire?
Loons.
Vinny. He says, hello, gents. Hope all is well. Hope you're well, mate. He must retire by now, hasn't he?
Probably. Vinny, you coming to Nam?
I don't think he is this year, is he? Travis, hello, mate. He says, hey, gents, what is a good amp with breakup that I can use until I can afford an amplified Nation? What's your budget, Travis? Give us your budget. I mean, every amp would do good breakup. It depends how loud you can get, how loud you want to, you want to turn it up. It's a good question, though. What's a good amp that does really quiet, good breakup?
Boss Katana.
Yeah, I mean, it does. It does. But I think Travis wants a valve amp.
But a Boss Katana does a really good breakup.
I got to agree with you. The new Mark, Gen 3, new Gen Katana, it's great for that, and that won't cost him a lot of dough, so we can save up for his amplified Nation.
And I'm gonna say it again and again every time we put the Katana up against some uber expensive custom wound hand operated thing. We go, it's this much different.
Yeah. Katana's great. It is really good, isn't it? Mr. Bailey, hello, sir. He says tuberculosis like boost. What's he going on about? Landon, he's a absolute loon.
Can I have half what he's had, please?
Lefty Mike, either of you guys King's X fans? Used to be, yeah. I've been wanting to chase some of their tones, but my problem is some of their songs are tuned so low. Just get heavier strings or a baritone. Thanks. Didn't Ty Tabor, he was a guitar player from King's X, I think he uses solid state amps. And I can't remember what they were, what brand they were. But he used to have a great guitar tone. And that was back in the 80s or 90s when, solid state amps were a bit pony. Crazy, isn't it? Lee says, okay, I'm in drive pedal territory to drive my IRX a bit harder. This man is how could you? Blues Breaker, Plumes, TS, SD1, Clone, or something by Origin Effects. I can't. How does Lee uses more gain than any person that I know? Like more than, huh?
I do like a Blues Breaker.
Yeah, but Lee's let's go back to Lee's. Like Lee uses more drive than like Napalm Death. He does.
On Death.
Anyway, Lee, we've got probably most of those. Let's have a look. I've got a Plumes here. I've got a TS. I've got an SD1, and I've got a clone.
And I've got a blues breaker you could borrow if you wanted to.
Yeah, and I've also got something by Origin Effects. So, do you know what? The Plumes is absolutely brilliant. The Plumes is a cracking pedal.
And SD1 is a great pedal as well.
Oh, I'd have a Plumes over an SD1.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably have a blues breaker over a Plumes, if I'm honest, just because I love the blues breaker.
But the blues breaker hasn't got. I mean, I know Lee's already driving a very overdriven tone, so he just wants to push it even further. But the blues breaker is not has not got a lot of gain. The Plumes can do quite high gain.
Yeah.
I think Clon is probably a little bit too mid forward for you. I'd have a look at the Plumes, and that's probably one of the cheapest out of the lot.
Ones there, yeah, exactly.
It's $100, I think.
And you'll probably get one cheaper than that this weekend.
Probably. Searching for tone. A steel. Fractal. Yes. Sorry, Joe. Yep. You've
we got there.
We worked it out. Thanks, mate. Joe, right. I found that a blues breaker style is good for rhythm into my IRX, but prefer my warm audio warm drive for solo boost. A TS would work great. There we go. Cheers, Joe. Right.
Nice.
Shahabar, he says, James, how come you never seem to geek out about? Please don't talk about cymbals, hi-hat, bass pedals, etc. Has guitar extinguish your drum geekery? No, it's because I don't allow him.
Do you know what, Shahar? I almost think I'm immune to drum geekery because I don't even know there's a because. I basically, you know, when you go out to buy some guitar pedal, when I go and buy a guitar pedal, I want to take the pedals that are going around it. Now, it's in drum shopping. It's quite acceptable. If you want to buy a new crash cymbal, to take your other cymbals and want to hit them together. I just can't be bothered. I will go into a drum shop and go, what have you got? What's fun? What have you got that I might like? I'm not bothered if it works with what I've already got or not, because I want it to clash. I want it to contradict what I've already got, not all blend into much of a muchness. So I mean, when people say, "Oh, which cymbals do you use?" I always say the ones that I like for that song, or the ones that I like for the track, or the ones that I've got up at the time. Not, oh well, I only use Sabians. I've got at the moment Sabians, pasties, or paste, whatever you want to call them, Dreams, Zildjians, all up on the kit, all at the same time. It's what works. It's a toolbox. Bass pedals is what I've got. Hi-hats is what I've got. I've got some minors up there as well. I'm not bothered. I think I'm immune to it. I don't think drummers go quite as far down the rabbit hole of, oh, I've got a $5,000 clone, or I only use tube something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just immune to drums because I geek out with guitarists so much.
Yeah. Next. Atlantean, as in backyard. Two rock or red plate? I think the red plate's more versatile than the two rock.
I was doing metal on it yesterday. Proper heavy, screamy metal. It was awesome.
Yeah, I think obviously the build quality of the two rock amps are absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I definitely think that red plate is incredibly versatile.
When you come over and hear it at a proper volume through that 4x12,
the ugliest 4x12 in the world,
with a load box on it, so you can drive it hard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, it sounds good.
Awesome.
It really does.
Awesome.
And I can get a proper Robin Ford Dumble tone out of it, and I can also get a big, horrible, raging heavy metal sound out of it. Oh, it's a great amp.
Atlantean on the website for Hot Tone. It says pronounced Hot One. They make a big deal of it on the site due to the mass confusion. I thought it was Hot One. Mark Doolan, hey guys, been trying a TC Zeus clone as a boost into my high gain amp for metal instead of the usual TS type pedals, and it's actually chugs nice and tight. Ola would be proud. Yeah, I got one of those or have one. Really good.
Yeah.
Hampshire Hogs. There we go. I don't know why. James, he said, you gain an hour of sleep. Clocks go back.
Spring forward, fall back. Yeah, the clocks go back. We get an hour. Yeah, lovely. So I'll be falling into the hotel bar at 3 a.m. and
yeah, budget is about 1K. I get second hand. You can buy some cracking amps second hand for 1,000 big ones. I think that's so. Joe is. Can I just put Joe? I think Joe's answered the Rev D40.
Yeah, great choice.
I'm not sure you get a second hand one for a grand. Easy.
That high watt you'd get for that. Easy.
No, that's not what he's looking for. He's looking for a breakup tone. That high watt is not that.
That's true. You get a Vox. You AC30 for that.
I'd much rather have the Rev D40.
Yeah, you're right. You are right.
And the Rev D40's also got the load box built in. Stereo.
Yeah.
Lee says Travis Blackstar HT5. It's just a stopgap. Good shout. They sound pretty good. Gary, being new to the guitar, how do you choose what pickups you want in a guitar, especially someone like me who likes a wide range of music?
Gary, if you're new to guitar, stop worrying about pickups.
Absolutely. Just get what it's honestly, I still get confused and I panic every time I buy pickups because I just go, oh, am I buying the right thing? Because you can't try them out on that guitar unless you buy it, wire it in, and then do you see what I mean? You're taking a bit of a pot luck.
It doesn't matter.
Well, it does, but not as much as we think. If you like a wide variety of music, just stick to what you've got on the guitar.
Yeah.
Floris, I've recently put in a set of bare knuckles in my Maybach Leicester. They're good pickups, but any more special than Gibson, Seymour Duncan's, demise, etc. I completely agree. Then they're not. Yeah, we need to get that myth that pickups are special. It's just it's wire and magnet. Someone just wiring it up.
Yeah.
There's not a lot. There's no magic in pickups. It's just. Adam says the Laney Cub Super 12 is a great low-priced versatile valve amp. Yeah, absolutely. Max Laney Lionheart, more vintage voice than the Ironheart, decent price, great sound. That's true.
Yeah.
Travis, the new Katana, I'll check it out. You should. Yeah, they're really good, mate.
Definitely. That's where the smart money goes. I know we can all say about valve amps and stuff, but that's where the smart money goes.
Yeah, and that would enable you to save up for your Amplified Nation.
Yeah. And then you'll realise that as brilliant as the Amp Nation is, the Katana's still brilliant.
Yeah. Vinny, might not make NAMM this year, retired a couple of weeks ago. Nice one, mate. Well, congratulations, mate. Probably starting a new job next month. That always happens with coppers. We shall see. I'll put some more effort into the channel for now. Nice one, Vinny. Congrats, mate. Joe, he says, JC Archer and Jan Ray go great with the IRX and all of my Freedmans. There we go. Good shout. Joe knows his tone. Lee, I was leaning towards the Plumes. Nice.
Good choice.
Nice and good price. Travis, you guys are awesome. Thank you for all the recommendations. I have always had a soft spot for Laney and Blackstar amps. I feel they don't get the love they deserve. There we go. Nice.
JB Archer.
Archer. Nice.
Yeah.
Marlon, Haru. Good morning from New Zealand. Good morning, Marlon. It's very early over there. Thanks for tone. Travis had an HT50. It was a nice amp. Nice. Drummers are not cork sniffers. Understood. I think they are.
Oh, we can be, but I think drummers are only cork sniffers with other drummers.
Yes. Have either of you ever worked on video game soundtrack?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
I've played drums on a lot of video game soundtracks.
Nice.
And do you know what really upset me?
What's
Was
that?
having spent hours and hours getting a beautiful drum sound. It was all quite metally stuff. And the guy who did it sent me all the drum tracks back, and to listen to the mixes, I went, I know it's me because I know it's my style of playing. Doesn't sound like me because it was all replaced.
That's metal, isn't it, I guess.
Hmm.
Lee, I don't have a gig on Saturday, so I vote we crash James's hotel and get beered up. Lee doesn't even drink. I'm up for that. I'm up for getting a hotel room. If that's what you want to do, we can go out the night before. I'm up for that.
I'll be there at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, we won't be. We'll be fast. I'll be fast.
Of course you will.
Kevin, what would you put a Thornbucker Plus in the bridge and a regular Thornbucker in the neck of my 594 SE? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go for that. Why not? Nice. Yeah, those Thornbuckers are great because they're nice and bright, and I think that you'll notice a difference from the PRS pickups, which are quite dark sounding pickups.
Yep.
Al, sounds like a great plan. Gary, my partner really liked that answer. What was the? Oh, so don't spend money on pickups. Yeah. There's lots of things to spend money on. More important than pickups. Shahar Bar, there's 2 types of pickups, active and passive. 10 extra windings not going to mean shit when you can move an EQ knob a bit. It's true.
Yeah. Very true.
Remy says, if the Katana is brilliant, my Friedman Small Box 50 burns out my retinas. Cheers. Yeah. The Small Box 50 is a great amp. Jeff Cook, it's only a bit early in New Zealand, currently about 9:30. Oh, I always thought it was much earlier than that this time. Pet, excuse me. Late to the party. Catch you on the next one, players. Cheers, Pet. Have a good one, mate. Send a link to the hotel.
Boys, I'm staying at the Travel Lodge in Sunbury, which is right next door to the to Kempton Park. Travel Lodge, Sunbury. You can't miss it. It's on the M3.
Marlon says, currently have a Boss ME80, predominantly bedroom guitarist steamer looking to upgrade. Can't decide between a Headrush Prime, GT1000 or Helix or whatever. I don't need to upgrade. What would be your ideal? So you're looking at HR Prime, GT1000 or Helix. So you're spending. They're all really different, and the gain sounds and the amp sounds in them are all very different. I would say.
Only thing I would say of all of those, though, Headrush Prime can do captures.
It can't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if the captures are any good. If it can capture well.
The Andertons boys did a Headrush versus Kemper versus Tonex comparison, and
when was this?
6 months ago.
Okay.
And all were comparable.
Oh, great.
So of all of those 3, Helix is arguably the oldest tech there.
Yeah, I still think Helix is got some great tones in it.
It's good. GT1000 is great. We know that. Headrush Prime can do the captures.
Loads of touring bands use Helix.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all very good. They're all really good. I think I would want to try all of them out if I was you.
Yeah.
Paul, what about Tool? Is that still too raucous for you? No, Tool are awesome.
Amazing.
I can't listen to too much, but
I can't count it.
Yeah, it's the only time that I think I can listen to sort of proggy based sort of time signatures and stuff and still think that it's really good.
Not a fan of DT, are you, mate?
Who?
DT.
Who's DT?
Dream Theater.
No, I'm not a massive. No, not a massive fan. No, you missed Floris.
Did I? Sorry.
Floris says, have you guys thought about selling neural amp modular packs? No, I don't think it'll be. unless it really took off. I tell you why, because it's just there's no point in us doing it, because as soon as we made the capture, it would just go out. So we spend all our time doing this, and then if we're doing it as for selling captures, it will just be out on for freebies as soon as we do it. People just share
the
it.
thing about Tonex and about Quad Cortex stroke Nano Cortex the platform is it's protected.
It's not exactly protected,
but there is an element of protection.
Yeah, with Tonex there is. Yeah.
Yes, there's an element of protection involved, whereas NAM is open season.
Yeah,
we make one good capture, we sell it once, it's all over the internet.
Absolutely. Remy says, thoughts on RME interfaces versus Universal Apollo. Both are great. I wouldn't worry too much about it. They're both really good.
The only thing I would say is that the RME stuff, I would say the RME stuff is clean and flat, whereas UA tends to have a sort of darker flavor to the preamps. But that is if I was being super nerdy about it. But both are brilliant. Both have their pluses and minuses.
Marlon, I have nothing good to capture.
Then don't worry about the capture platform then.
Yeah, but you can still buy captures.
That's true.
That you can't. I haven't seen them for Prime. But Michael, a good night. All been fun. See you all next week. Cheers, Michael. Have a good one. Yeah, great singer, great drums, great guitar, great songs, great production.
If you're talking about
Tool
track, true, yeah, yes, great. Thank you, everyone. It's been a blast as always. We've got
give us a like, subscribe. Give us a like, subscribe if you enjoyed it. Because
please. However, where's my phone? However, comes to that point.
Yeah.
Stupid comment of the week.
Now,
have you got the one that I sent you yesterday? Because it's a beauty.
Oh yeah,
it's a beauty. This one.
This isn't. Well, there's a couple you've sent me recently. It's got to be this one. This one comes from Met Riffs.
Can I just say, if there's kids about, because I'm going to use the actual language that he uses. So if there's kids about, I hope. Well, actually, there might be, because you're different.
They'll be asleep. Most of them.
Yeah, but if there are kids about, you might want to cover their ears or move them away.
This is on Paul's review of the Klon Centaur. Is this overdrive pedal really worth $5,000? And it went, how am I supposed to know?
Can you not show it? It's
no, I can't. I can't do it. It says from Met Riffs, how am I supposed to know how it can sound when a fucking single coil is used?
Right, let's do this properly, because James is not doing this. Honestly.
I apologize. I recorded the blooming sting. You put some effort in.
Okay. I send you the crap. Right. I'm gonna show you, because I'm gonna hold it up to the here we go. Right. It says, how am I supposed to know how it can sound when a fucking single coil is used?
And that, boys and girls, is
Stupid comment of the week.
Honestly, that has got to be the most stupid comment I think I've ever heard. I even told him. I did. I had to reply to that. I normally try and, your advice not to
fire through like a fuel.
Don't. Yeah. In other words, don't talk to the idiots.
Yes.
But that was a beauty, wasn't it?
Absolutely amazing. Boys and girls, if you are around in the Surrey / Kempton Park area on Sunday, we would love to catch up with you at the London International Guitar Show. We'll be there from 10. Paul and Lee will be looking hungover, even though Lee doesn't drink. And it'll be great to catch up with you, go for a coffee and just talk shop. If you can't be there, we'll be there with cameras to film all the cool stuff. and hopefully find some interesting things to look at and film. And Paul's going to play lots and really pee off every other stand around him because he'll crank it up nice and loud. Until next week, though, when we can relay more of the stories from
I've got to say as well, I'm picking up. I've got a guitar coming that I'm picking up from the show.
Ooh, very excited! I know what it is as well.
You do know what it is.
I do know what it is.
Very excited.
I'm very excited about that as well. So hopefully we'll see you at the weekend, Sunday, London International Guitar Show. If not, we will catch you on the flip side this time next week. It will be a week later for some of you because of daylight savings and all that sort of stuff. But we will
an hour later.
An hour later because of daylight savings or the lack thereof. Have a great week, everyone. Have a great weekend of gigging and doing the stuff that we all do. And take care, and we'll see you very soon. Night, night.